I would then. Happy welcome, everybody. We have supremely special guests with us today. And yeah, my spirit is happy. I'm Aleakwe. These other amazing minds are going to introduce themselves.
Okay, yes, my name is Stella B. I am a multidisciplinary artist. So that means I do spoken word, I do visual arts, dance, acting, etc. And it's all about inspiring and communicating a message of love and peace and growth to specifically my community, but also humanity for the better.
Yes, first and foremost, I want to give thanks to Aleakwe and Olivia for this platform. And what you're doing. Like, we've known Aleakwe for years and years, and you've been consistent in your energy and your angelic being, and what you're doing for our community. So we appreciate it, and this show is a part of that. So it's an honor once again to join you in this digital frame, and yeah, onwards and upwards. I go by NAT NYE, the Lyrikal Alkhemist. I am the other whole to this multidisciplinarian star, Stella B. And yeah, we are living out our purpose to uplift, uprise our people back to where we once were before, in our golden state.
Yes. Honors ours.
Love that. Love that.
Co-host.
I thought you were gonna start. You're tricking me. Anyway, so what I would be interested in to hear more, because Stella, obviously I've seen you before, but I only thought that you were doing poetry, to be honest. So when I heard about your art, I had a look and I was sort of clips and stuff like that. It's really amazing how, how you, I like how you make the videos, like in the process of doing the work. I always love to see that, because it's like, I don't know, I'm not connected like that. So maybe if you can tell us a little bit about the background, as in when you started your art and what the inspiration is, or what you're connecting to, what the inspiration is behind that.
Yeah, so I've relaunched my art, my visual arts. It's something that I've put on the back shelf for a very long time. But since starting with the Revolutionary Minds project 8 months ago, it's just been rekindled in a whole different energy. Almost like my ancestors are really speaking through me to really just go for it and put that work out there. So the Revolutionary Minds is a project set up by Nate the lyricist, and we at Auntie Jean's African Culture Market. We needed to bring more of the energy to Auntie Jean's. So Nate the lyricist was like, okay, we can do like a monthly study of a revolutionary mind, someone who is a pan-Africanist, who has greatly impacted our community, our culture. And that has been the most fantastic opportunity to go deep and learn and study these individuals that, yes, we know the names and we know the great moments that they achieved. We might have a bit of inkling about that information, but when you do research, you can take away you can learn, the deeper layers to these individuals and the complexities of it, including their marriages, their partners who were greatly involved in the revolution as well, in each of their in what they achieved. So we've covered people like Steve Biko. We've looked at Winnie Mandela. We've looked at we're currently covering Booker T. Washington, who people were like, Booker T. Washington, Pan-Africanist? Yes. When we have gone deep with this research, we have found that they have lied to us about all of these people that we're looking into and given us a version of them, whether it's to sort of deter people from really finding out about how much of a blueprint these people have left. Blackprint. Well, exactly what we should do. He greatly influenced Marcus Garvey, and he was the one that gave that Blackprint model through the Tuskegee Institution, which we see as a university, but actually it was a sustainability project. It was showing you this is how self-sustaining
Pan-African community.
Yes, this is how we can do for self. you know, as a people. And that is what Marcus Garvey took from in terms of how many industries he then went on to create and be a part of. So learning all of that, I wanted to honor these people, and it came out through the art. It came out through my hand, my creativity, and the black paper is a symbol of the blackness, the richness, and the gold and the silver pens are immortalizing them in as they should be in, you know, in that material. So yeah, my pieces have come from that, but I am also doing other works as well. Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
As my co-host Olivia Haltman, I didn't introduce herself at the beginning. We are both going to share the links to all of Stella B's works, and it's better that you guys check out directly from her and Nat's channels, and they actually, because of the wealth of different forms of expressions that you have, it does deserve different platforms, and it's worth that exploration. So we'll put all of those in and share that as well. What's it called? Just wanted to ask, what was there anything surprising that you found out about any of the
so many. Yeah. They're laughing because I mean it's been so rich every single month because of the surprises that you find out about them. For example, when we did Dessalines, we did Jean-Jacques Dessalines, we found out that he had 12 or 13 children, 6 of which were adopted children because he had affairs, unfortunately. But then, you know, they were adopted to become and named his children. 13 children. I don't think that's commonly known about Jean-Jacques Dessalines. And the way that the history is painted about him was to try and put him on this negative, violent, and he just was about the bloodlust of all these white people, and, you know, which was completely false. Obviously, he was more willing to defend the people in the way that we need to be defended. We have to be honest about what we're living in, which is a war. And in war times, you need to, that is what has to happen.
Well, for context, real quick to say, like, Toussaint Louverture, he, the Haitians on the battlefield, strategically, they couldn't be defeated. And one of the surprising things for me was we know about the role that Dottie Bookman and Cecil Fatiman played, like in 1791, in terms of the evocation of the ancestral realm and getting that spiritual empowerment. And then when it came to the battlefield now, they couldn't be defeated. But Toussaint kind of fell for the European trick. So he thought that Napoleon tricked him, and that's why he went to France, and his demise was met there, because he believed in that policies, that Napoleon actually wanted them to be equal when he didn't, and he wanted to re-enslave them. Dessalines, obviously seeing that, is like, right, zero tolerance. We'll just obliterate all of you, and become what revolutionize and become the first state. But two things that stuck out for me with Dessalines in particular three things. The first thing is that how, like, there is literally no limits to what we can achieve, especially when they put this age thing on us. At 33 years old, he was still enslaved. By 45, he was the emperor of the first independent Black republic in the Western Hemisphere. And also, Haiti, you know when the British go, like, we were the first to abolish slavery? No, that was Haiti. Haiti was the first. So that, even though I've known about Haiti for a very long time, that little bit of actually, like, Haiti was the first to abolish, that was that. And then for us, Nate, so this is what's really great about this project, is that each of us are researching and we come together and we share what we learn. But because of our minds are different, we come at it from different angles. So Stella's angle has been very interesting, because she's been very interested in their personal lives. So learning about their wives and their children and such, and adding that element to who this being actually is. And with Nate, with this one, he found who we called Auntie. We called her Toya, or her name is Toya, and we call her Auntie Toya. But Toya, basically, I can't remember her second name.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so Toya, basically, she was born on the continent, the motherland.
She was stolen.
She was taken, kidnapped, and enslaved. She found that her people on what we now know as Haiti.
You have to say who she was. She was a Dahomey warrior.
Yes.
Ah.
Benin. Yeah.
She found that her people, we were not ready. We were not ready for revolution.
Yeah.
And
she's like, we've been kidnapped. Now it's time. Come on. She's trying to get people to, you know, rally around. Like, come on, we got to get back. Like, this is the time. So she's like, oh, and when they're not ready to do that, she's like, oh, okay.
So she was going to exit. She was going to exit this realm. Yeah. And then she came across this pregnant woman who was basically, I can't remember what was the point, but she was pregnant and she was about to give birth. And so she helped her, and she saw that basically Dessalines was to be the one that was going to revolutionize
that child that gave was Dessalines.
So she trained, she's hungry in his life, and she actually ended up being in an army as well when it came to, she was a warrior in their fifth,
in the fight.
Like, what was it, like 30 years later, she was actually there in the fight. And she actually trained him to be what he was.
In the Dahomey ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that stuck out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is fantastic. That's fantastic. And what's so strong about this, we could talk about this, viewers and listeners, but we're deliberately not going to, because what you need to do is understand why this is probably in Stella and Nat's bloodline, and that natural force for expression is ancestors living through you, is why we're gathered here to talk about this and to pass on that knowledge like a baton through the ages. BC, before Christ, before capitalism, before everything, the time was recorded. So I really, the onus, this is a tease, basically. And we are not sorry that this is a tease, because it's worth you checking out Nat and Stella's information. More importantly, why you can have this unique pieces for yourselves, for family, for everyone else. And it's not just about, it's more about buying. It's more about owning. It's about having that within your space to amplify your spirit, to carry you through whatever may come. That's how I feel. So before we wrap up, can people purchase directly from your platforms, or how do they do that?
Yes, they can. They can purchase. There's a Big Cartel is one of the links that I can put up for people, which if they go to my Instagram page, which is Stella B's Teas, and I'll give you all the links for that, because I do design apparel as well, so that's why it's called Stella B's Teas. They can go on there and they can purchase. They can also inquire about commissions. I've been doing commission work as well. I do portraits for people, birthday specials. I will do poetry alongside that. So yeah, do inquire. That they do come out absolutely stunning, if I may say so myself.
I will confirm.
And so did the hobbies, like, yep.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Because before we do wrap up, I still have one question though, because I'm happy that you mentioned the portrait, because I saw the portrait of whoever it was, and I was like, that is really, really nice. So I was wondering, if you do a portrait for someone, do you also tune in with their personality, their background? Do you ask them stuff? Do you do the same thing? Because I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because it's, my current one is a good friend of ours, actually. She's part of the Revolutionary Minds, and I've just been trying to figure out how I'm going to really embody. She's such a powerful representation of, fortitude. and it's about how to really capture that energy from her, and it's all in her expression. She's chosen her picture, and I do think it's a good one, but I'm going to ask her for a few others so that I can just sort of build something else through that, and that can speak through the paper. The black paper helps a lot. It really does just bring out more from their faces and the material. So it's going to be fun. But yeah, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy faces. I love faces. So
yeah, amazing work. I love it. Very
thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank
So
you
yeah.
both.
Sorry, say again.
Thank you both so much. It's so
Thank
interesting.
you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been an absolute delight to be here. There's so much more to share. Like, we'd love to come on again whenever you can have us. But yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. So thank you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
welcome. Very, very welcome. Kings and queens in the platform.
We're doing our thing.
Yeah, great. Any last words, Miss Aleakwe, before we end today?
No, I'm editing myself because I've got so much I want to ask. So I'm gonna ask offline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check out the platforms and description below. We're going to put everything in there. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.